And before we get into anything else, let me just introduce the players for you real quick. Spawning at the top right position of Tal'Darim Altar, one of my favorite Zerg players, the blue Zerg here. From the team Evil Geniuses, we have EG.IdrA. EG.IdrA doesn't require much of an introduction. I've casted a bunch of his games. I'm sure if you've watched, even a handful of SC2 commentaries, you're familiar with him. He's known for his bad manner and rage. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but that's what he is most known for. He is a really strong macro Zerg player, though. He's got some big tournament wins under his belt, and is looking to perform well this weekend at the MLG Columbus event. He's definitely going to be there. Spawning down at the bottom right position, we have a player a little less popular, a little less well known. From the clan NV, we have ZvP. That is my understanding about how you pronounce his name. ZvP, I casted a game of his maybe like a week ago, and on the spot right now, I can't think of who his opponent was, but he's a solid Protoss player and has really been sort of making a mark in the past few weeks and in the recent month or two for sure. He's done quite well in some recent tournaments, so it should be a good Zerg versus Protoss matchup on a very large macro-oriented map, as ZvP's initial probe just making his way into EG.IdRA's base. He's going to see the spawning pool first. He's going to see the gas, of course, and as we have a scouting drone heading out as well for EG.IdrA, and it looks like we're going to have a Forge Fast expand here from ZvP. It's actually a very common strategy on this particular map. You can definitely wall off this choke point right here. I mean, you're going to need quite a few buildings. You probably need a Forge, Gateway, Cybernetics Core. I'm not sure if you can actually do a complete wall off with just 3 buildings. You probably can. A cannon going up as well, just for some extra defense for sure. ZvP's going to want to do whatever he can to secure this natural expansion. This is just such a fast nexus. And yeah, it's really going to be up to him to see if he can hold it here. It is a very large map, so it's going to take quite a while for EG.IdrA to get to his opponent's base and to put on any pressure that he may want. EG.IdrA scouts the wrong location initially, but now heading in with the drone. Yeah, he officially knows right now it is going to be a Forge Fast expand. Ooh, that drone escapes with 1 hit point. If that were a probe, the probe would have been dead, but because of Zerg regeneration, he manages to absorb an extra hit. Hatchery going down, and still mining gas. Metabolic boost about halfway complete. And what do we have over here? A Roach Warren. Some more drones on the way out. 20 probes, only 16 drones, so just a little behind on the worker count for EG.IdrA, but that makes sense, just given the 2 Nexus and, of course, chrono boosting out workers as well earlier. And a second assimilator on the way, and a second gateway. No Cybernetics Core just yet. So this choke point here apparently cannot be walled off with 3 buildings, as we see ZvP here doing it with 4 buildings. I mean, I guess there's a small chance that if he had put a building right here, it would possibly wall it off. It's hard for me to tell without actually playing this game right now, but that's okay. Complete map control going to EG.IdrA. He's got these 2 Xel'Naga towers close to him, and he canceled his natural. He canceled the hatchery. EG.IdrA is going to put on a bunch of pressure here. He's got 9 roaches on the way, and EG.IdrA hoping to punish ZvP for going with such a greedy opener. Sentry on the way, getting chrono boosted out, actually producing 2 sentries off of these gateways. More cannons on the way, but ZvP really is blind at this point. He has no idea that there are this many roaches on the way. EG.IdrA producing some links as well. Of course, Zerglings have their wings. They're going to be able to reinforce very quickly, so it was a smart order for EG.IdrA to be producing his units and just pumping out as many roaches as possible, and then reinforcing with speed links so that the links can actually catch up. So this is going to be it. Do or die. If this rush doesn't work, ZvP is going to have a tremendous economic lead, and knowing EG.IdrA, he will probably just GG out of here. But this, at the same time, is a lot of pressure, and ZvP does not see it coming. He has no idea, and this is why map control is just so important, folks. As we have all these roaches heading up the ramp. I'm going to take this away because we don't even need the HUD at this point. Now, The Roach is focusing down the cannon. One cannon gets taken out, and one Roach is down as well. Now that the Roaches have 4 range, they're able to take all these pot shots off on the gateway without taking any damage from the photon cannons. There's only one Stalker and a couple sentries as well. One of the gateways goes down. Shout quick to react and quick to put down a second gateway. That second gateway is forced to cancel, and these Speedlings doing a little damage, trying to do a run by, not quite working out there, but the Forge gets taken out, and EG.IdrA, this vicious Zerg player, playing a style that we're much less used to seeing from him, very aggressive, canceling the hatchery, and so many Roaches and Speedlings here, really trying to punish Shout, but you've got to hand it to Shout. This is excellent SimCity, putting down more pylons, and really just delaying as long as he can. Is EG.IdrA going to actually have enough to hold or to penetrate this natural expansion? It doesn't actually look like it. EG.IdrA doing so much damage, taking out a Forge, taking out the gateway, taking out some cannons. But I, again, want to emphasize how good Shout SimCity is. Very quick to put down replacement structures to wall off, putting down the replacement gateway and pylons. And yep, you guys saw it here on Hunter Starcraft. EG.IdrA calls GG. So that was actually a really exciting game. It was really short, but it was really tense and just went down to the wire here. I actually posted some new screenshots from Heart of the Swarm that were just unveiled